Musk lost the trial, and the fight over OpenAI's nonprofit charter is still very much alive. This is Musk v. Altman Daily. Today we exhale. A Smith School professor names what this case was really about, and we ask what a federal judge can even do about it now.
Tap follow so the next episode finds you.
This one's from Robert H. Smith School of Business.
As the Musk-OpenAI trial unfolds, Smith Samuel Handwerger says the case centers on nonprofit law, examining whether OpenAI's shift to a for-profit model with Microsoft may have violated rules barring private benefit and conflicted with its charitable mission.
Samuel Handwerger at Maryland's Smith School gives the cleanest read on this whole trial. Strip away the personalities, and you're left with nonprofit law. Did OpenAI's for-profit pivot with Microsoft violate the rules that bar private benefit from a charity's assets?
And finally, somebody outside the courtroom puts a name on it, a business school professor, not a Musk lawyer, not an OpenAI flack, says the star of this trial is nonprofit law.
He calls them the old, sleepy rules about who gets to profit off a charity, doctrine nobody thought about until billions of dollars walked through the 501c3.
Here's what bites me, though. If nonprofit law is the headline, the guy invoking it is the same guy who, by OpenAI's January filing, agreed to the for-profit move in 2017. He wanted 90% of the thing he's now calling a stolen charity.
Which is a fine grudge and a shaky standing argument. It also sharpens the remedy problem. If this is nonprofit law, enforcement belongs to state attorneys general, not a donor. That makes the federal court's ceiling lower than people assume.
So Florida's the real vehicle, not Oakland.
Potentially. Handwerger's framing points you there. The doctrine points at the AGs.
Step back from me. If evidence at trial showed Musk himself once wanted OpenAI to go for profit, does that blow up his whole case? Or can the court still look at whether Altman and the other leaders violated their duties to the nonprofit anyway?
That's the tension, and it ran through the whole trial. OpenAI's position, laid out in a January filing, is that Musk and the founders mutually agreed back in 2017 that a for-profit structure would be OpenAI's next phase. OpenAI says negotiations only broke down because Musk wanted full control, including a rejected proposal to fold OpenAI into Tesla entirely. Per TechCrunch's trial reporting, OpenAI's closing argument went point by point through that evidence, basically arguing Musk was pushing the same move he later sued over. Legally, though, that matters in a pretty specific way. It goes to Musk's standing and the statute of limitations defense. It doesn't automatically answer whether OpenAI's leaders had independent fiduciary duties to the nonprofit's charitable mission, and the jury never reached that underlying question. Per MIT Technology Review, the jury returned a unanimous advisory verdict that Musk had simply waited too long to sue. His claims were barred by the applicable statutes of limitations, and Judge Yvonne Gonzalez-Rogers immediately accepted it. So the court sidestepped the "did they loot the nonprofit" question entirely.
So Musk's own history with the for-profit idea didn't technically kill the case. The clock did?
Exactly. The statute of limitations was the kill shot, not the merits. Musk himself called it a calendar technicality on X and announced he's appealing, per MIT Technology Review. Now watch the appeal. Does the appeals court agree the claims were filed too late? Or does it send the charitable trust and unjust enrichment allegations back for a full merits review? That's where Musk's own 2017 for-profit push would become far more legally consequential.
Got thoughts on today's episode? A story we should be tracking? Or a correction we need to make? Send us a note at muskvaultmandaily@lanternpodcast.com. You'll find links to all of today's stories in the show notes. So if one story is worth a closer read, that's the place to start. That's Musk v. Altman Daily for today. This is a Lantern podcast.